Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever thought, man, I wish I could get all the awesome parts of a campfire without all that annoying smoke? Well, today we're going to dig into the amazing tech that's making that a reality.
Oh, we've all been there. You get the perfect spot, you're all cozy, and then, bam! A huge cloud of smoke decides you're its new best friend. And that's when you start doing that classic campfire shuffle, right? Just trying to escape that cloud that seems to follow you no matter where you sit. And it's so much more than just an inconvenience. That traditional wood smoke is actually kicking out a whole bunch of nasty pollutants and fine particles, stuff called PM 2.5, that can get deep into your lungs. That's why your jacket smells like you slept in a chimney for 3 days. So, what if you could get all that warmth, all those amazing flames, but just ditch the smoke? That's exactly where this smokeless technology comes into play. So, how on earth does it actually work? Let's get into the science of it. The secret here isn't magic. It's a really brilliant engineering principle called secondary combustion. Basically, the whole idea is to burn the smoke itself before it ever has a chance to get in your face. It's like the fire gets a do-over. Okay, so here's how the magic actually happens. It's genius, really. First, cool air gets sucked in at the bottom. Then it travels up inside this special double wall, getting super, super hot along the way. And then, this is the cool part, that superheated oxygen gets blasted back out over the top of the fire, completely incinerating the smoke before it can escape. So when you put them side by side, the difference is just night and day, right? A traditional pit is a messy, inefficient burn. A smokeless pit, on the other hand, is a finely tuned system designed for an almost perfect burn. The result? Way less smoke, way less ash, and a whole lot more heat.
Okay, so this clever science is cool and all, but it's not just about a neat piece of engineering. It has a huge, real-world impact on our health and on the environment. And honestly, it's probably bigger than you think.
We're talking up to a 90% reduction in visible smoke. I mean, that's not a tiny improvement. That is a total game changer for the air quality in your backyard. And when we say smoke, we're talking about some pretty nasty stuff that you don't want to be breathing in. Things like benzene, formaldehyde, and those teeny tiny PM 2.5 particles that can be really tough on anyone with respiratory issues. This is just a cleaner burn for you, your family, and yeah, even your neighbors. On top of all that, they're just way more efficient. Because you're getting such a complete burn, you actually end up using way less wood, like up to 40% less to get the same amount of heat. So you save some cash, and it's better for the planet. A real win-win. But, this is where it gets really fascinating. The impact of this tech goes way beyond just clean air. By getting rid of the single biggest annoyance of a campfire, the smoke, it lets us tap into something really primal and deeply human. Yeah, it turns out our love of fire is basically hardwired into our DNA. For our ancient ancestors, the fire was everything, right? It was the hub of the community, it meant safety, connection, and a chance to just relax. And you know what's crazy? We can still measure that effect today. Studies show that just watching a fire flicker can physically lower our blood pressure, slash those stress hormones, and even give us a little dopamine hit. It basically helps us chill out and be more present.
You've seen it happen. A fire just naturally pulls people in. It gets us to put down our phones and actually talk to each other face to face. And when you take away the smoke, everybody can lean in, get comfortable, and really connect.
So, look, we're not just talking about a fancier piece of patio furniture here. This is a real upgrade to a timeless human experience. It really makes you rethink the whole idea of a campfire. Let's break down the options you have today, because the trade-offs are pretty clear. Gas is super easy, but you miss that real fire vibe, The crackle, the smell. The traditional wood pit has all that ambiance, but you're dealing with tons of smoke and cleanup. The smokeless pit, man, it really seems to hit that sweet spot. You get the authentic fire, it's super efficient, and the emissions are way, way down. And the designs themselves have gotten so much better. We're not talking about some rusty old barrel. Today's models are built to last, often from stuff like high-grade stainless steel, and they're easy to move around. Plus, a lot of them have these removable ash pans, which makes cleanup a total breeze compared to, scooping out a regular fire pit. And that really brings us to the big question here, doesn't it? For thousands of years, humans have gathered around a fire for warmth, for safety, and for connection. And by using modern science to strip away the smoke, the one big drawback, it seems like we've perfected an ancient ritual. We've made it cleaner, healthier, and maybe, just maybe, more essential than ever.